With Mayor Eric Adams now out of the New York City mayoral race, President Trump is making his stance on Democrat Zohran Mamdani very clear. On Sunday night, Mamdani went on to MSNBC and said, quote, Donald Trump and his billionaire donors may be able to determine the actions of Eric Adams and Andrew Cuomo, but they will not dictate the results of this election. This continues to be the same election as it was when we started on October 23rd. Now, whether or not Trump saw Mamdani's interview, he had a message for him on Monday. He wrote, quote, self-proclaimed New York City communist Zohran Mamdani, who is running for mayor, will prove to be one of the best things to ever happen to our great Republican Party. He is going to have problems with Washington like no mayor in the history of our once great city. Remember, he needs the money from me as president in order to fulfill all of his fake communist promises. This ideology has failed always for thousands of years. It will fail again, and that's guaranteed. This isn't the first time Trump has threatened to withhold federal funding if Mamdani wins. Back in June on Fox, he said, quote, if he does get in, I'm going to be president, and he's going to have to do the right thing, or they're not getting any money. Trump's called Mamdani, who identifies as a democratic socialist, a communist, 100% lunatic, and a nutjob. And he's also said if Mamdani tries to block ICE operations, quote, we'll have to arrest him. Many of Mamdani's major policy proposals would need an immense amount of funding, like disbanding the NYPD Strategic Response Group, a special operations rapid response unit which has been criticized for aggressive tactics at protests and civil disturbances, and strengthen sanctuary city protections, which means enforcing laws that limit ICE access to schools, hospitals, city property without warrants, possibly expand those protections. Now, can the president withhold federal funds from a mayor if he disagrees with them politically? The short answer is no. Congress controls federal spending, not the president. The president must execute laws and budgets as passed by Congress. He cannot unilaterally cut or withhold funds appropriated by Congress for political or personal reasons. From 2017 to 2020, the Trump administration tried to withhold federal funds from so-called sanctuary cities. Courts repeatedly struck this down, ruling that the executive branch cannot impose new funding conditions without congressional authorization. Funds can be withheld under specific lawful conditions, though, like if a city violates the terms of a federal grant, if Congress explicitly authorizes funding conditions and enforcement mechanisms, and if the Supreme Court upholds such conditions as constitutional. As of September 22nd, a New York Times poll showed Mamdani leading former Governor Andrew Cuomo by about 15 points.